Hi, welcome to day 18 of Reflections of Joy. Today's section is called Choose Your Audience. Write down for the coming generation what the Lord has done, so that people not yet born will praise him. Psalm 102:18. I'm blessed to have wonderful parents, step-parents, and grandparents, as well as many aunts and uncles in my life, each one adding their secret spice to the creation of me. I have memories of their laughs, their smell, and their hugs. My grandma passed away just a few years ago at the age of 94, and although we spent a great deal of time together, I'm sad that I don't know more of her stories. It seems we were always busy cooking or catching up on current events. Now that I have time to learn about the people who influenced her, she isn't here to share the details. My mom has shared beautiful memories and photos from her childhood. And my stepmother recently sent me a book of pictures and historical information so I can begin to piece together a little bit more of my family tree. Still, I find myself longing for the stories. I just became a grandma. Actually, two now. My youngest son and his wife had a boy in August, and my oldest son and his wife are expecting a boy in May. There is nothing better than those moments when I get to bury my nose in the little rolls on his neck and breathe in the baby sweetness. I dream about rolling around on the floor with them, playing peekaboo, and reading treasured books hidden for years in anticipation of another child in my lap. It dawned on me that I had hundreds of moments with my sons, and as cherished as those are, I didn't spend much time telling the boys my stories. They were learning, busy exploring, and suddenly grown and gone. Family get-togethers often leak an embarrassing tale or two, but they don't know all of the moments or all of the people who made me who I am today. And quite honestly, they don't have time now to listen to my recollections. But someday their lives will slow down, and they will sit and wonder where they come from and who shaped their lives. The morning after I found out about baby M, I started writing to him. I didn't know his gender or his due date. I didn't care. I lovingly wrote to my future grandchild about what was happening in my world and that of his parents. I barely touched on current events because those things can be found simply by entering a date into a search engine. I wrote because I want future generations of my family to know who I am and where I come from. I want them to have a treasure to turn to someday when I'm gone. I started another journal when I found out about baby C, and I will continue with each grandchild to come. There isn't a structure to my writing, just occasional entries to share a story, often about something his daddy did that will make him laugh. Sometimes it's about an incredible place he should visit when he's older, or a movie he should watch. As I continue to write, I'll include books I love, songs he should know, and recipes for cookies he will help me make. I end each entry with a prayer. I want my grandchildren to know how faithful God has been to me and to learn that they can trust him, to listen to their sorrows and celebrate their joys. I want them to know I trust God to watch over them when I'm not near, and even though life will bring them sadness, they can count on his never-ending love, the love of one greater than their sorrow. I met a lovely woman recently. She has a beautiful story about the power of written prayers. Lisa is a faithful Christian, one of those people who goes beyond saying she'll pray for me and actually does it right there in the room or over the phone so I can listen. I want to be like her in this way, but that's a work in progress too. She has been battling health issues for decades, not knowing the cause, and therefore not knowing the cure, or even how to reduce the symptoms. She lost her mother too early, but in her passing, my friend discovered journals that prayerfully include requests in her name. The power of a mother's love and her faith in Jesus are available long after the words can be spoken out loud. My friend has a forever piece of her mother's faith anytime she feels overwhelmed and alone. I want to offer that to my family. I can't be with them every time I include them in my prayers, But through these special journals, I hope to give my present and future family hope, comfort, and the realization that they are forever in my heart. I believe in His faithfulness, entrusting their care to God, knowing He will hold them long after I'm gone. Today, why don't you write a story about your childhood and save it for one that you love? I'll see you tomorrow.